Hold on.
Hi, I am Justin, and I am being King Arthur for Faces of History. This is my costume. I think it's pretty cool, and I'm just gonna get onto the reading right now. This is my sword. Just hold it like this. Okay. Do you know who King Arthur is? He is very famous for the story The Sword and the Stone. Britain was where he grew up, but sadly, he never knew who his parents were. Still, he had a great life with his wife and children. He built his palace and was given a round table. Arthur and his knights, the Order of the Round Table, journeyed to many places. His evil cousin interfered with him many times, but finally, the last battle Arthur fought was against him. Arthur was an amazing king. In the Middle Ages, Arthur was born in a very dangerous and dreadful time. The Saxons attacked Britain very frequently. Arthur's father, King Uther, gave his son to Merlin, his wizard, for safety. Merlin gave Arthur to Sir Ector to be raised in the country with his son Kay. Because of this, when King Uther died, no one knew that he had a son, so people started arguing about who should be the next king. When Merlin heard that King Uther died, he knew that Arthur had been bestowed with the right to be king. When the time came, Kay participated in a tournament for knights. Arthur was only 15 years old. Unfortunately, Arthur forgot his brother's sword, so he set out to find another one. He stumbled upon a famous sword stuck in a stone, Excalibur, and pulled it out perfectly, proficiently, and powerfully. But what he did not know was the sword had a message on it. That message stated that whoever dislodged the sword from the stone was the rightful king of Britain. Some other versions say that Merlin brought Arthur to a magical lake where the Lady of the Lake gave him the sword. After that, Arthur became king and built his grandiose palace at Camelot. When Arthur was a little older, he married Guinevere and had children named Tom, Thumb, and Bridle. For Arthur's palace, Guinevere's father benevolently gave a round table to them as a wedding present. Picking wisely, Arthur astutely found knights that seemed worthy to sit at his table. Therefore, his knights all sat as equals. None of them could claim that they were more important than the others, because there was no head seat at the table. They harshly fought the sinister Saxons. They defeated the Saxons at the Battle of Mount Badon. Some of the knights set off to find treasures like the Holy Grail or save princesses from danger. Arthur and his knights were treacherous. Arthur traveled with his knights on many adventures. The last battle Arthur tenaciously fought was against his horrible cousin Mordred. Arthur and Mordred fought intrepidly. At the end of the battle, the only two people remaining were Arthur and Mordred. Arthur capably kills Mordred, but was fatally wounded in the process. When Arthur was going to die, he told Sir I don't know how to say that. It starts with a B. It's like Bedivere or something. One of his knights to take Excalibur back to the magical lake. Apparently, he hid it in a bush, hoping no one would find it. Asking what happened to Excalibur, Arthur was surprised to hear that Sir Bedivere stated that it sank. Arthur knew that he was lying, so he commanded him to do it right this time. So he did as he was told and threw it into the lake. A hand came up from the water and grabbed the sword back down into the lake. Arthur's wounds from his last battle were very awful. Thankfully, 3 fairy queens took Arthur away to a mysterious island called Avalon to cure his wounds. In a hollow hill, some say that he is waiting for someone to awake him. Someday he can save Britain from a destructive disaster. Arthur was a wonderful character of the Middle Ages. He had a sword called Excalibur that was invincible. He had a round table with a palace and a family. He was raised by a totally different person than his real parents. Though through it all he had his knights in shining armor, and even to his last dying breath he defeated his evil cousin Mordred. Arthur was the legendary king of medieval Britain. Thank you for listening. Toodaloo.